Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. I'm gonna be completely honest. The last couple of episodes have been trash. Okay, it's just been straight up trash. I said yesterday that Brooke was pretty much the only person in that room talking to Taylor and Ridge with a brain. And in today's episode, they pretty much argue about the same thing. Taylor starts to get really like, okay, I'm gonna sit there and try to approach this a little bit differently. Okay, I guess we'll just call it devil's advocate. I understand that Steffi is repressing her memories and they don't want to have a setback. Okay, so I get Taylor's one. Her daughter just woke up. Okay, she lost a daughter. She almost lost Steffi. So I get her instinct to sit there and protect, and she feels she's really fragile and she doesn't want to rush things and have her cause a setback and cause her any more pain. Okay, I get that. So there's a couple of times she starts shouting at them like, no, well, no one's going to sit there and do anything, we're just going to let this play out. And that's pretty much about it. Like, she's going to put her foot down, and that's the end of it. And I sat there and I looked at this chick like, yo, you was like, yo, you here? Yo, this chick is wildin'. Um, and Brooke is like, yo, that's taking a toll on their marriage. Now, I did kind of stand there and I was like, well, it has been like maybe about 2 days. So, Taylor kind of looked at the situation like, relax, Brooke. It's not really that bad. Like, it's been like 2 days. But when Taylor came at Hope a little bit like, oh, well, I'm sorry that she has to sit there and suffer for a little bit or has to put up with it. I think a less patient person, if they were in a host position, would have been like, yo, I'll end this whole thing right now and just tell them the damn truth. Like, don't. I felt like she came at Hope a little. Well, came at Hope disrespectful. She has to sit there and put up with the fact that her husband has to sit there and play pretend husband to your daughter, and she's supposed to be all what gracious about it. So Hope was like, "Yo, listen, I get it, but this is not going to go on indefinitely. Okay, this is not going to. We're not going to play make believe forever." Um, Taylor, I think maybe somewhat got where they was coming from, and was like, listen, just give it some time. We'll see what happens. Now, again, Brooke, being a person with a brain, is like, how do you think this is affecting Hayes? You know, um, I forgot which daughter came in there, but I think Brooke was also like, yo, she just got in there, and now this is kind of confusing for her because you got her. I don't know. I forgot which daughter it was, or anyway. Point is, they were saying that it was confusing for one of Steffi's children. I'm not gonna lie. I know one is Hayes, and the other one is I don't remember. But they were basically like, this is kind of confusing for her to actually have her mom and her dad playing like mommy and daddy, like they're in a relationship or whatever. Now, Officer somebody, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of forgot his name, came in there and was like, I want to sit there and talk to Steffi. Meanwhile, before that, and I'm kind of going a bit out of order, um, Ridge is pretty much telling Sheila to go home. Like, yo, go home. Like, you can't do anything here. And to be honest, really don't want you here. Even when she was like, well, I saved your wife's life. And Ridge was like, yeah, and I'm grateful for that. But you also did kind of put her in danger because you wanted to, delete yourself. So I'm not exactly in the most charitable moods. He does acknowledge that, he doesn't want her to end herself, you know. Um, I'm gonna be completely honest about this. I'm looking at the situation and I'm like, all right, we all know that Sheila belongs in jail. That all this pain that is caused on her, she did it to herself. So nobody should feel bad for her at all. With that being said, and I know I'm probably gonna sound like a bit of an odd duck, but since Riz doesn't know exactly what's going on with Sheila, you would think that he would actually have a bit more compassion than just being like, "Oh, well, go on, like, leave, get out of here, shut up." I'm like, yo, she just lost her son. Like, yo, your daughter is alive. We can't say the same thing about Finn. And in a lot of ways, I'm like, bro, you've been kind of acting like a dick to her. Like, is this is this your version of like being somewhat nice and sympathetic? Because I'm gonna be honest, bro, you suck. Like, seriously, you suck. Um. Anyway, Officer somebody wants to start questioning Steffi. Rich wants to be there to make sure that he's not kind of pushing her or anything like that. Starts asking questions like, "Yo, who did this? Do you remember who did this?" And for a brief moment, it seems like some of her memories were coming back to her. Now, Sheila, like the like the weirdo that she is just kind of just hanging out. Like, is she gonna remember? Maybe she'll remember if I keep staring at her. I don't understand. Well, I'm not there asking a really stupid question because I'm talking about a sociopath, but just in general, you would think that if an officer is asking somebody, "Hey, do you remember who shot you or whatever, or who assaulted you?" And you got the villain or the bad guy or bad girl just kind of standing like, "Yeah, do you remember? You remember? You want me to look this way or like turn to the side? Like, is this going to help you remember? Like, what are you doing?" I feel like this literally just defies logic in general that you literally have the killer in the room when the person who doesn't remember what anything, like, being just going to jog the memory. This is so stupid on so many levels. Like, there's so much stupidity in this episode and the last past couple of episodes for a while. I mean, hell, let's be honest. Steffi confronting a known sociopath in a back alley, and it just kept going. It just kept spreading. And now it's Friday, and it's like, oh man, she might remember who shot her. I mean, really, does anyone actually expect her to remember it on Monday? Like, does anyone really expect that to happen? Because I'm going to be honest, this show operates on a level of stupidity that it baffles me. It baffles me. Don't be wrong. This to the show's credit, it's been on for 35 plus some years. Okay, it didn't get there by accident. It didn't outlast shows like Passions, Guiding Light, As the World Turns, Santa Barbara. I think that's what it's called, Santa Barbara. Um, I don't know when the show came on. I was gonna sit there and say like Falcon's Crest or um, what is the show called? Dallas or something. My point is, it didn't outlast a lot of shows, or even One Like Live, All My Children. It didn't outlast those shows by accident. But I feel like we're coming to a level of stupidity where it's just like, this is why I like to sit there, because I've been saying, well, being a bit of a negative Nancy. So, what are some of the good things that you like about this show that's still going on right now? What are some of the good things that you like? Think about a couple of things, like maybe at least two, again. Um, think about a favorite character that you like that's currently on the show and why you like them. Yeah. Oh, and Bridget's there, and she's just checking on Steffi, and I'm pretty sure I said Liam's there. I feel like that's pretty much about it for the most part. So I just developed the hiccups. This is gonna be fun to sit there and try to do the outro. Yep, fun time. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I think that's about it for the most part. Thank you for watching. Be safe. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Have a great, safe, amazing weekend, and I will see everyone in the next. I'm not redoing this. I'm just so not redoing this. I'll see everyone in the next video. Thanks for watching.